1, and I believe we are live.
Wait, I just made a discovery. I can mute the microphone directly.
You can. Oh,
Check it out. Check it out. Check it out.
Oh, this is so much better.
Okay, good.
Does that work?
Anyway, yes, it does work. But hello, everybody, and welcome to the 7th episode of The Final Rule. Which, speaking of, Glenn, that's a great point. Why don't you update on your stream what we're doing? Because I am responsible. I'm playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Whoa, fancy.
I know. So now that's updated.
Wait, we're not hanging out on the farm, Glenn?
We're not hanging out on the farm today.
Oh, man.
I wanted to be on the farm.
I love farms. What do you mean?
I know. Very disappointing.
When we invited Lance here, we said it was a farm, and now.
All right. So just so everyone knows who's listening, we are trying something new out today. So if you notice that the audio sounds maybe a little bit better or maybe a little bit worse, we are now streaming video through Skype and audio through Discord. So hopefully, the Discord audio packet just is better than the Skype has been. And additionally, if you listen to this as a podcast, we are doing something. We had a spaghetti system set up that was for us to capture audio beforehand, and now it's a bit more streamlined. So hopefully, the podcast will be a better quality as well. But that's all behind the scenes stuff that we can talk about in the post show. If you are supporting us on Patreon, you get to listen into that. But welcome to The Final Rule. The Final Rule, of course, is completely improvised Dungeons and Dragons, and you may be asking yourself, well, what does that mean? Well, what it means is there is no prep for any of these episodes, and all of our characters came in with minimal to no background on who they are, what they're doing here. We didn't build the world before we started playing. Everything that we have sort of set up came from the playing itself, right? It's all happened sort of in motion. So we follow some rules in order to make sure that happens. So I'm going to really quickly just rattle through the 5 rules of improv. If you've ever taken an improv class before, you will know some variation of these, but we always like to say it. This is what we do in order to make sure that the story keeps going forward in the best possible way. Of course, the first rule of improv, and arguably the most important, is yes is always the
say
answer.
No.
Yeah, always.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, well,
No, that's not the right one. No.
Starting with a bad, guys. Oh.
Is Lance the villain?
We'll find out. Yes is always the answer. Even better is yes and, right? So if there's an opportunity for you to sort of get more information from a character, if they give you an opportunity to say yes, you always take that opportunity and you never deny them their sort of impulse, right? Even better is if you can accept their what they're giving you and also build on top of it, which is a yes and. The second rule, of course, is work to the height of your intelligence. So it's really, really easy to cater to the lowest common denominator or reach for the low-hanging fruit and make the poop and dick jokes because it will get a laugh, but you don't really.
Yeah, well, haha.
Nice. I got you.
You guys are making this a lot harder than it needs to be right now.
I just want you to take 7 minutes at least.
Okay, that's fair. But we want to sort of. We want to acknowledge the fact that our audience is smart enough to laugh at things that are a bit more subtle than poop and dick jokes, because there's not really anywhere to build off of that. So we're going to play to the height of our intelligence because we know that you watching are smart cookies who will pick up on the subtleties of humor. The third rule is give and receive gifts. So a gift is something like, hey Chase, how was the fire last night? I'm establishing something new about the world. And I'm giving that Chase the opportunity to say yes. That is giving a gift. And Chase, by accepting the gift...
Well, it came into my house, it took my wife, it took my children, and well, now I'm homeless on the street.
He received the gift and made it true about the world. That is giving and receiving a gift. So the fourth rule that we sort of use, we're going to sort of use a variation of. Usually it's no open-ended questions. So things like, how are you? What are you doing? What's that? Why are you here? Those sort of things put the onus on the other person to sort of come up with a good, clever, funny, witty answer, which we don't really want them to do. We want to sort of, rather than no open-ended questions, we're going to say add detail when possible, right? So if you're going to ask the question of what does this room look like, you might want to sort of cater more towards the end of hey, what is this what does that pillar in the corner look like? That way you're giving me a little bit more to go off of rather than creating everything. Or the other players creating something from scratch. We're sort of giving them a couple little nuggets to sort of go off of, right? And the fifth rule is make everyone else look good. So in improv and sometimes in life, we feel the sort of pressure that we need to be the funniest, smartest, handsomest person in the room, right? Rather than doing that and putting it on us, what we're going to do is lift everyone else, all the other players that are playing with us today, lift them up, make them look like geniuses, make them look good. And by doing that, if we all do it together, all of us will be the smartest, funniest, handsomest person in the room, which is what we want, right? So those
for their chase, so all of us, none of us stand a chance.
Exactly. So those are the 5 rules of improv. But of course, this being D&D, this being a tabletop RPG, regardless of if it's improvised, there is one final rule. Oh my gosh, dog. There is one final rule.
The final rule is we love dogs.
The final rule is we always love dogs. Yeah.
Get your dog into the stream.
This is now a dog podcast.
Dog podcast.
Dogs all the time, everywhere. Love.
Improvised dogs and more dogs, please.
Dogs and dragons.
Anyway, the final rule is rule 0. Whatever the DM says goes, right? So at times there will be, we haven't really come into it yet, but there will be times whenever somebody says something has to be true about the world that I'm going to have to veto because story-wise, lore-wise, it just doesn't make sense. Now, granted, I'm not going to like abuse this power. I really, 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 really want to try to justify as much as possible rather than just like completely throw something out the window. But there will be times moving forward that I will have to do that. So that is, of course, the final rule. Whatever the DM says goes. And of course, one more thing that we want to talk about is the idea of consent and role-playing, right? So this is something that's important to me and important to everyone else who's on this call right now. We want to make sure that the people who are listening, the people who are playing, remain safe and happy, fun, having fun with the podcast, with the stream. So at any point in time, everyone is free to either hold up what's called an X card, which is a something that has a big X on it, or make an X with their arms in front of them. And what that signifies to me is that we need to, exactly like that, Lance, is that we need to move on from what we're doing. We need to sort of skip over, fade to black, veil, whatever it is that we're talking about, and just move on with it, right? Because we don't want anybody to be triggered by what we're talking about. We don't want anybody to stop having fun because of like the scenario that's presented. And we also extend this invitation to you listening to this in chat at any point in time. If you feel uncomfortable about what we're saying, about the story that's happening, about the events that are going on, put an X in chat, and I will immediately pick up on that and move on. Right? We all want to be safe. We all want to have fun. Right? So that's all I have to say about the way that everything works. We'll talk about the suggestion in just a second, but how about we introduce ourselves so that everyone knows exactly who it is that is playing in this podcast? I think I said mine already, but I'll do it again just in case. My name is Glenn Underwood, also known as Maytag. You can find me on Twitter at May_tag_official or on Instagram at May_tag_official. I will be your GM DM for the night. Chase.
Hello, I am Chase Bernard, otherwise known as Cut to the Chase on Twitch or Cut to the Chase 9 on Twitter. And I will be playing Dorvis.
Thank you very much. Hey, Justin.
Hi, my name's Justin. You can find me at Drinks and Dice Gaming on Twitch and D-Dice Gaming on Twitter, and I will be playing the Green Dragonborn, Kintorla.
Excellent. Hey, Vince.
Hey, I'm Vincent.
Jesus Christ, that's so loud.
Watch out. You can find me on Instagram at I'm a Theater Major. I'll be playing today the voice of Walter Tang. You love him, you know him. He's holy and majestic, that man.
Excellent. And of course, Brendan will be playing Brooke Pendleton II, the good old boy half-orc druid. He will probably be joining later. Hopefully, will be joining later. But you can find him on pretty much everything at Brendan Bice. And last but not least, we have our very special guest. Why don't you tell us about yourself, Lance?
Hi, I'm Lance Rasmussen. I am an actor and voice artist, currently based out of Denver, Colorado. I do a lot of theater and freelance do audiobook work, so that's kind of deal. I've been playing Dungeons and Dragons since 3.5 when I was like 12 years old, so it's coming up on like years worth of D&D.
Yeah. And where can we find you at?
You can find me on most mediums at LCRASMUS, LC Rasmus. And plug, if you want to search for me on audible.com, just my name, and you'll dig up some stuff.
All right.
There's that.
And we were going to say this at the beginning and at the end. The final rule also does have a Discord server, an official Discord server. If you want to access to that, it's in the description of everything that we put out from like last episode forward. And also, you can find us on Patreon at patreon.com/finalrule if you want to support us there as well. But let's talk about what you, the audience, get to do for us, because why make us do more work than we have to do? At the beginning of every single session, we are always going to ask for a suggestion. A suggestion can be any word or concept that you want. You can throw it up in the chat. We're going to use that as to sort of move forward in our role playing. It's a very like classic improv ask, basically. It's like a mechanic in improv. So we want to make sure that the audience gets the chance to do that. So starting now, I will be looking in my chat. The moment that I see a suggestion pop up, it'll be our suggestion to roleplay off of for this session. Nibble, Nibble, Nibble is our suggestion.
Oh, I haven't had a good verb in a while. I love good verb.
What a fun suggestion, Nibble.
Yeah, thank you.
Thinking about
thank you.
thinking that very broad suggestion too. Because sometimes you get
super specific. Thank you, Whitney, for that suggestion. You, as always, are the best. So, yeah, where we left off, we're going to actually skip forward in time from, like, exactly where we ended and sort of set the stage for where we'll be role-playing for the most part today, probably. So, a blast from the past, a blast from episode...
Quick.
Yeah, what's up?
I happen to need to ask you a question that I don't want other players to know about.
Yeah.
Is there a mechanic for us to be able to do that?
Shoot me a... you can do it off of D&D Beyond, or you can do it on Discord. Like, just shoot me a message on Discord. I'll read it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, that's no problem.
take off my headphones. Like I can't hear a thing now. Like it's
That's a very terrifying thing to hear from our special
I have
guest.
no idea.
I know, right? All right, you guys. So,
I would have open communications with my DM just in case.
yeah, of course. So let's get started. We left off with a blast from the past from episode 0.5/1 of the final rule, where a certain all-powerful corporation, the Rosemary Corporation, sent Brooke, Walter, and Dorvis out on a mission to discover treasures and secrets about the Great Pyramids of the Desert of Grendel, which is where, of course, we first met Swift Johansson, and we sort of moved forward from there, and the Rosemary Corporation were left in the dust until the end of last episode, where the Rosemary Corporation they got the jump on our players somehow with the help of last week's guest, Vivi Levesque. They managed to get the drop on you guys, and we're gonna sort of move forward in time a little bit from you guys getting ambushed, and unfortunately, Lil Paul getting the short end of the stick. To you guys are being held in separate. Well, they're calling them think boxes, we'll say. In reality, they're just nicer jail cells where they can keep an eye on you. You guys are all being held in the same hallway in separate think boxes. You can hear each other, but you can't see each other. And there is an impoverished gnome who is sitting where everyone can see him, and he can see everyone else, but you guys can't see each other. And he's just sort of watching you guys. Just sort of keeping an eye out on everyone.
How long have we been? We've been in this room for like how many hours, days?
Probably approaching like 8 hours at this point.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all know any prison songs? I don't know a lot of prison songs. Never been in prison before.
I mean, I don't know what you think prison is, but you
don't sing songs in prison? I mean, okay,
No,
haha. Walter did musicals in theater, all right? I'm not. I mean, like in the the pirates had sea shanties. Like people when they're enslaved, they have like their group songs to keep up the fight. I don't know.
You guys really should just keep it down.
Oh.
That's
Well,
the
anyways,
first thing
Walter, I think
that's
you're
the first thing
thinking
you said to us for 8 hours.
We're
I don't
getting
know.
quiet for the first 8 hours.
Yeah,
Well, because I was
honest,
kind of in shock for the first 8 hours, so I'm sorry, Dorvis. Dorvis, go ahead, say some words. I keep jumping on top of you right there.
you know, Walter, I wanted to say some words, but honestly, you just keep cutting me off. And I mean, I was gonna say something.
You know what, Dorvis? Why don't you we're in this think box, all right?
You're
gotta-
right. You're right. I'm thinking too large about this. Like, I was just saying. I think you're thinking about that one musical about the people the party that went in a prison. You know, and they had that musical. You remember that one?
Peter's Prison Party. Yeah, how can I forget?
Peter's
Prison
party.
Peter's Prison Party. It was a big hit, and then it just went into obscurity out of like nowhere.
Well, a lot of prisons do like to do that because it talks a lot about their plight. Granted, the plight was not very accurate, but like it let them sing and dance.
It's true. I did hear it was kind of underground in like a bunch of other prisons. Like it was like a prison musical. It was actually a prison musical. I think that's pretty cool. So yeah, I think that's what you're... No, I mean, I've only heard of it. I haven't.
Yeah. So I guess no prison songs.
Yeah.
Have you spoken on a single word since you've been put in your think box?
I mean, I questioned Walter if that was basically all I've said.
Okay, I was just curious. I was just curious.
That's basically all I've said.
Okay, good.
Hey guys, have you heard from Yeah, he's not here.
Who have you heard from? Not heard from. Oh, you're talking about...
It's been so long, I've forgotten his name.
God, 8 hours can really do a number on you.
What if I forget your guys' names? Oh God, I'm gonna die.
Hey, my name is... Wait.
Your name's Walter.
Yeah, that's right. I'm Walter.
Oh, Walter.
Yeah.
Okay,
thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Man, they really make you think in this think tank.
Dude.
Like, what? I'm gonna just be quiet again.
So
up to you, man. You do you, because
Lance,
that's the you way.
Why don't you just for the sake of everyone watching and our players, why don't you describe what your character looks like physically?
Oh, he's pretty ragged looking right now. He's you can tell that he's been through a lot. And he's very, very nervous and quiet. He's about average height for a gnome, which is heights units. I don't know what that necessarily is.
Accurate measurements of a gnome.
Yeah,
about 3 foot or so.
If you were to picture a gnome, that's how high he is.
Okay.
Yeah, fair.
He's wearing very like ragged clothing. He looks like he got pulled off the street and just kind of sat in this place. There's not much really super noticeable about him, except for he's scrawny and dirty and pretty worse for the wear at the moment.
All right, and this is the guard, if you will, that the Rosemary Corporation chose to sort of watch you guys. So take that information as you will. That you know, you guys weren't given probably the cream of the crop per se.
Are we not a threat or anything?
What's the deal?
Hold on. So wait, so Lance is playing the guard? Is that what's happening?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
all right.
Hey, guard. So I have to ask you a question. I mean, like, not to say that you're not like a big buff security guard or anything, but like,
because I mean, we can get small. Well, hold on. Good security guards come in all shapes and sizes. All right, let's be honest. That's what we're trying to say here.
I mean, the best ones are probably big and buff, though. I don't know.
Oh no! No! It didn't mean it like that.
Hold on. Yeah. We're not trying to say it in that way. We're just,
you're a great security guard. Don't let anyone tell you any different.
I mean, so far you seem to be doing a great job. We're still in our cells. We haven't gotten out yet.
Except for the fact that I could probably throw him.
Well,
with one arm.
And that has its advantages. People when they have less mass and they fall, they take less like according to the laws of physics, they're less likely to take serious harm. So I mean,
except that they still fall at the same velocity.
Okay, if you throw an ant off of a giant building and you throw an elephant off a giant,
They're both
Hold on,
gonna
is it-
die.
I mean, to be fair, my goal is just to keep you in the cells, and then no one throws me anywhere, and then. Okay. So if you could
They
just
need eyes on us. That's it. He's not a guard. They just need eyes on us.
well, technically he is a guard, I guess. Like,
I
well,
mean-
no way. He's just trying to make sure we're in our.
Man, they really couldn't get. They didn't want to get like some crazy. I don't know. I just feel like they aren't treating us very
It is a
seriously.
bit offensive, but
Yeah, where's Stella and them? I bet they got a crazy like a bunch of eyes on them. I'm sure.
yeah, for sure.
This,
Uh,
that's it. That's it. Where's Brooke?
where is Brooke?
Yeah, Brooke, what do you think about this?
So
Brooke?
here's the thing about Brooke, is that at some point in time, you guys
Brooke
haven't
is
heard.
dead.
Yeah, he's gone. At some point in time, Brooke was led from his think box away to an undisclosed location
Oh,
by this security guard, who then came back to look at you all and watch.
where did you take Brooke?
That's right. He's not here anymore.
Yeah,
Uh,
because this guy took him.
that's
Where'd you
right.
take Brooke?
I took him to a room on the other side of the building. I don't know. They just asked me to bring him over. I'm
Alright.
just following orders here, guys. I don't mean to. I know this is an inconvenience, but here's the deal. If you just go along with what they need from you, everything will be okay. I promise.
Well, I mean,
I don't agree with the morality of our capture right now, or our, what's the term I'm looking for
yeah,
here? Our,
I mean, hold on. We ripped up the contract. I mean, for all intents and purposes, we're not even involved with you guys
Well,
anymore.
the contract no longer exists.
I mean,
That's
no, I didn't rip it. It just doesn't exist anymore.
You admit that there was a contract.
No, there was nothing. It was just
You destroyed it.
no. Well, guys,
whatever the contract is,
whoever it is,
our employment is no longer valid. The contract is not with it. Like, there's no evidence of us being under contract anymore, even if there was one,
which there is not.
which is irrelevant because we can't. You all can't produce it.
Yes.
Well, I mean, I couldn't probably produce it anyway. I'm just the eyes in a room.
Right. I'm not. I mean the royal you, like the great and powerful, like Rosemary Corporation. Like that's that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess they are the ones in charge of me. Yeah.
Yeah, I can tell
but-
by your really spiffy uniform. It's got the logo like right on the side right there.
Don't pay me a lot.
Then why do you work for them? I mean, they were pretty sucky when we worked for them, so I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
They kind of blackmailed me into being here.
What? Me too. Well, not really blackmailed. They kind of dragged me, and I was kind of forced to because they were gonna beat me up otherwise. But I mean, I get it.
Right. I was just minding my own business. I didn't really have anything else going on, so like it didn't bother me too much. But like now I'm just stuck here, and I don't know. It's tough.
I relate with
Sign a
you.
contract.
Yeah. Did you?
Yeah, they kind of made me.
Me too. See guys, I'm not the only one they did this to. This is atrocious. You got to stand up for yourself, man. You got to do something about this. Cuz they did it to me, they did it to you. Who knows who they'll do it to next?
So at this point, like you're rallying him to your side, and it's looking like it's working, and then you hear someone open the door to your room. And the think boxes, the doors are like sealed, like hermetically sealed from the outside, so they're like flat, like it looks like literally pushing open like a wall in order to open up. And this
cool.
burly, like huge, like
God.
human just points at Dorvis, and then points like out the door.
I think you got the wrong guy. You want one of them.
No, he shakes his head. He points at you, and he points out the door.
We still can't see each other, right?
Right.
So
Dorvis,
do we see this?
No. Dorvis,
guys, if I die, then please just.
What are you, Dorvis? What are you talking about?
He's
What's
leading
happening?
me out. Help me!
Dorvis,
Can I have your robe? I kind of liked it a lot. Like if it's
What? Why?
The huge human is going to point at you one more time.
Oh no!
And point at the door one more time.
Dorvis, what is happening?
There's a big burly man, and he wants me to leave.
Well, you might want to leave unless you want to get.
I get up. I get up, and I'm
like.
All right.
I'm going out where he's pointing.
So
do I get to pass Lance's character?
No,
whenever,
this is so like.
Dang it. Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
so,
it's a separate thing.
Right.
Got it. Okay. Well,
so the big burly man is going to lead you off to the side, and then the door is going to shut.
Okay. Well.
So consider the first part of this stream to be broken up into episodes. This is going to be episode Dorvis for now. Walter,
no. I know what this is. I know exactly what this is, Glenn. Man.
Walter and Kin, you guys are free to like talk as yourselves, like meta level as Justin and Vincent. But we're going to sort of this does not. You have no information about what's going on here at a character level, right?
Cool.
So we ask that you remain respectful and sort of play at that level with this, okay?
Definitely.
So Dorvis, you are led to what is best described as an interrogation room, except for where
best described.
PR for the Rosemary Corporation is going to call it the asking room. It's just an asking room, you know. It's where people get asked questions.
What is this Rosemary Corporation? Oh,
I don't
they're like Apple, Google, Microsoft.
Who do they?
Microsoft.
Yeah,
Apple, Google,
there is one steel table in the center of the room with a light that's swinging above it, and a ping pong table in the corner to promote morale.
Oh my god!
You know, hey, are we gonna play some ping pong?
The door slams shut behind you.
It's an open concept interrogation room. They've taken the walls down so we can really see each other and interact.
It's just grassland as far as the eye can see. Gazelles jumping, and then the steel table.
So, Dorvis, you are left in this room for probably what you would estimate about 30 to 45 minutes just by yourself, while some pleasant elevator music plays from the speakers above.
Oh, great.
The light being your only source as it swings slowly back and forth over this steel table. No one else in the room with you. You are undoubtedly being watched.
I am very
Stop
uncomfortable.
swinging.
You know, I've honestly been
Lance?
in worse places.
Oh, the light should have stopped swinging, but it doesn't.
Yeah, exactly.
For hours.
Oh God.
The elevator music you hear reminds you actually of the Pete's prison party. It's a Muzak version of Pete's prison party.
Right.
The whole soundtrack.
Well, not just that one, but like Hedwig and the Angry Elf and Pyramids at Large, like all of the main Townway musicals were just like they were. The Rosemary Corporation clearly has some influence over these guys because they got them to sort of play the Muzak version of them over the loudspeakers.
I wanna roll detect magic on this.
They can compose a Muzak version. That's pretty powerful already. Intellectual property is not. They're very conservative intellectual property laws in Grendel. Like it's
true. Yeah.
I don't know how.
So I want to roll detect magic real quick on this lamp that's been swinging back and forth.
You're going to cast detect magic?
I'm going to cast detect magic.
All right. So go ahead and so you you go to sort of ignite the magical circuits in your body, right? The way the magic sort of works in this setting, for those of you who don't know, like there exists like a circuitry on the planet, in nature, through life. Dorvis recently has learned how to tap into the circuitry of like that results in life itself through the bloodstream. It's a different kind of accessing magic than like most magic comes from either innate like inside, like a sorcerer from their bloodlines and stuff like that. It comes from like ancestries and everything like that. Some of them come from just knowledge about the way the world works. They can tap into the circuitry of the world. Dorvis's now comes from blood itself, the magic that gives things life. Sometimes called anima, soul, whatever, and he can use that in order to cast magic. But as you go to ignite these circuits in your body, you find that like you feel the familiar hum of the energy coursing through your veins, but then something blocks it immediately. It cuts it off. You aren't able to actually activate the circuits in your body in order to get enough sort of momentum, if you will, in order to cast a spell. there is something that's stopping magic in this room.
Well, shit, I should have expected that. I go over to the ping pong table.
You see the ping pong table. It is relatively nice. It's a nice ping pong table. What do you want to do with it?
It's a nice wooden ping pong table, I imagine.
Yeah,
is it like close to the wall where I could just like ping pong against the wall?
Oh, totally, absolutely.
Oh, awesome, great. Yeah, I'm gonna start, playing some ping pong.
Yeah,
you
look for the paddles, and boy, can you not find them.
Fantastic. Well, wait, where's the ball?
Oh yeah, no, they don't have any paddles or balls in this room. You find yourself
Okay.
more demoralized than you were when you walked in.
This was their real tactic all along. Yeah. Now I'm just upset, and I'm more full of
Dangle
anxiety
minor
than ever.
entertainment in front of me and then take it away.
These heartless monsters.
So yeah,
Oh man.
you're left after certain points. You actually find also since you're like left in this room and all that's playing is the Townway music. You find that it is actually in a different, like just enough of a different key from the original that you can't even like hum along or sing along to it because you keep finding yourself being at odds with what's going on, like with the sounds that are coming in.
I know what they're doing. I know what they're doing. I'm already full of anxiety. They can't do this to me.
So So we'll say like 30 or so minutes have passed. What is Doris doing?
Dorvis is like walking in circles, just trying to walk, just to do something in this room because it's just filling him with anxiety, and he has to like channel it somewhere.
Yeah, there is a couple of chairs actually at the steel table as well.
Okay. I eventually get tired.
Beanbag chairs, right?
Are they beanbag chairs?
They are beanbag chairs. However, whenever you
and a yoga ball.
Oh no.
yeah, and one yoga ball. The yoga ball is just deflated enough.
Oh,
that is
Where you can't bounce on it. You
exactly.
Yeah, but it's got that really good back like structural support for when you sit and really want to keep your posture.
And the
That's good.
beanbag chairs, like they're relatively nice. It's just like it's like those beanbag chairs that somebody sat in for too long, so there's already like somebody else's sort of curvature is like settled into the beams, and it's not yours.
Sitting on the floor.
Dorvis just looks at both of these things and he's like, I'm just not gonna win either way.
This place is a king of mild inconveniences. It's just
I hate this. So
Slight discomfort everywhere.
Dorvis is gonna go try to sit in one of these beanbag chairs,
So
and he just So he just sits in it, but it's like he thinks, oh, it's gonna cushion me. No, he hits the floor with it. It's like, oh, the beans just completely move out of the way.
Magically.
Yeah, yeah. So you're like, oh fuck, like this isn't great. And then out of the corner of your eye, you see a hand extend towards you.
I'm gonna get up.
And in the room with you, why don't you tell us what we see?
Me?
Lance.
Oh, Lance.
There's a dwarf. Intimidating looking, scary dwarf.
Okay, I want less of this, very less of this. I hold up the beanbag to like put something in between me and this whatever freaky hand is coming at me.
Like to play some ping pong.
Excuse me?
What is this?
Dorvis is more confused than ever.
The far side of the room.
Dorvis
Would you like a
looks
game?
at the ping pong table, looks back at the scary dwarf gnome thing.
No, it's a dwarf.
It's a dwarf?
Yeah,
Okay.
completely different than the gnome.
Definitely a dwarf.
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome. Okay.
Come on, you can't. Dwarves are not gnomes, all right? You can't.
All right, you listen here, Walter. In my mind, be quiet.
That's
Mind Walter.
correct. You can't say that. Walter.
Okay, Walter's keeping me in check in my brain. All right. So, yes.
Good. You have paddle.
Actually, I couldn't really find the paddle.
I brought them. Don't worry.
Oh, great. Thanks. Wait, are you holding the paddle out for me?
I've got 2 of them.
Oh, I hesitantly try to grab the paddle from him. Can I hold on? Can I just ask what you're doing in here? Are you here to interrogate me? Are you here to like make me say something like that? I don't know, like confess something or?
Absolutely.
Gotta appreciate his honesty, huh?
You know what? Straight shooter. I like that. Sure, ping pong. Let's go. Go over to the ping pong table.
It's your option to me.
Wait, sorry, what?
Of the options to getting you to talk, I figured a friendly game might be the easiest way to do it.
What are the other options?
You really want to know?
No, I'm fine with ping pong. Let's go play some ping pong.
Let's play ping pong then.
All right, so I get on. Well, it's kind of close to the wall, so can I push this? Can I get this a little closer? No, you know what? I'll just squeeze.
No. Make yourself the space you need. That's fine.
All right, yeah, sure. And I push the table a little bit so it's not close to the wall. All right, let's play some ping pong. I'm a little rusty, but
Here we go.
Yeah.
And I serve the ping pong to him.
Awesome. So and I hit it back. Wait, do I need to roll like?
I'm guessing we probably need to roll some sort of check for this.
Yeah,
some sort of check.
So I would say that ping pong is a slightly dexterous game more than like a brute strength game. So why don't we get a couple of sleight of hand rolls?
Ooh, all right.
I gotta get my dice. I'll be right back, just so I don't have to worry about that later.
Yeah, go for it.
BRB, guys.
Rolling on Google.
I rolled a 4.
Rolled an 11.
All right.
Boy, howdy.
So neither of you are particularly great at ping pong, but the dwarf is actually like a little bit just like a skilled enough that he manages like he gives a good serve to you. Dwarvis gives like a sloppy sort of like it goes a bit wide, and then the dwarf just nails it and like right on the corner of the table. You never stood a chance, Dwarvis.
I see how it is. Like just thinking in my mind of just like, yes, these minor inconveniences, these minor things that are like just slightly better than me. It's all coming together. I get the ping pong ball and I try to serve it again. I serve it.
Cool. I miss.
Why'd you miss?
Short arms. What's your excuse?
You know what? Fair point. I go to get the ping pong. So I'm assuming we're just doing this back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the game sort of continues as we move forward in this friendly chat between a dwarf and Dorvis. What are the sort of things you guys are going to talk about?
I think we're gonna probably shoot the breeze for a little while, and then just discuss.
Good. Go ahead and shoot the breeze. Yeah.
So you're a pretty scary dude. No, I don't. I'm sorry if that's a little rude.
I work very hard on my image.
Oh, I can tell.
It's a pride for me, actually.
Yeah. Well, it works. It really does. It works very well.
Thank you.
We're
not scary looking at all.
Oh, me? yeah. Well, I mean, haven't really. Yeah. I'm not. Sorry, I can't really look at you in the eyes. It's not. I trust me. I really want to. But
no. I've heard that before. Don't worry about it.
Oh, great.
Dorvis is your name, is it not?
Oh yeah, Dorvis. Oh, what's your name? I'm still. I will look at you. What is your name? God, that was so hard. That was hard.
You can call me Grim.
Grim?
Grim.
Wow, that just adds even more layers to your scary image.
Right. I mean, my full name's Grim Deathbringer, but you can probably just stick with Grim.
I'll just stick with Grim if that's all right. Just keep this on a very casual basis.
Though, as I was growing up, they did call me Grim the Pain Warden. So, I mean, that's an option too.
Can I go to the bathroom? Is there can I just go to the bathroom? I need to use the bathroom. I really, I need these. Is that okay?
Oh.
No.
You'll probably be staying in this room until we get what we need from you. But you give that up and you can go piss anywhere you want.
Oh. Well, I mean, I don't know what I could possibly tell you guys. I mean, like,
You can tell me what you did with your contract.
Excuse me?
The contract you signed outside the pyramid.
What? Contract? You mean the one that they made me sign and then like took away from me, and then that other one that they had with a bunch of signatures? Look, I didn't see it ever since it got taken away from me. I don't know where that thing is, honestly.
All right, then.
Honestly, yeah. Yeah. So, can I go to the bathroom?
No, you
No,
can't.
no.
Let me ask you a few more questions here, then. So if you didn't know what happened to your contract, with the small party of people you're out there with.
Wait, what about them? Sorry, you're very intimidating.
Yes, I understand that. You've said it plenty of times.
Yeah.
Oh, I know that you were with the party. Others. And someone who was in charge of that party. Would you remind me what they were called?
Sage Broussard?
Sage Broussard. All right now.
Yeah. I mean, are you asking what happened to Sage, or are you asking what?
I mean, in a roundabout way, if that's what you want to ask. What happened to Sage?
I mean, that's
Dorvis, look me in the eyes.
I can't.
Eyes, Dorvis.
Dorvis.
What happened?
He might have gotten killed, maybe.
All right,
But
so,
not it was.
so that's we're gonna cut the episode here, and we're going to like sort of, if you will, like change the sort of like a shot. So it just like smash cuts to Ken. Ken, you've been sitting at this table forever, just waiting for something to happen, right?
Yep.
And this is like I feel like out of everyone here, the minor inconveniences get to you the most. Like yeah, like I feel like Ken just like hates this room more than anything else.
Is it the same room he was just in that you had described?
Yes.
Oh, then yes, definitely. The music is just destroying Ken.
And eventually, like you're just sitting there fuming, and like right before you're about to snap, like Ken's about to just go ballistic. You hear a voice from the corner of the room say,
Hello.
Hello, hi. Yes, I've been in here for, I don't know, an hour or something. Yes, what's up? Hey, hi.
Going a little stir crazy, I see.
A little what?
You're catching cabin fever, as it were.
I don't like the music, the beanbag chairs. I'm basically just sitting on the floor. The ping pong table, I can't do anything with that. So I just been sitting at this table. So I'm just bored.
Right then. Well, let me introduce myself. My name's Grim, and I'm here to ask you a couple small questions. And if you give me the answers I need, we'll let you get back to another room that's not full of beautiful music and ping pong tables you can't use. How does that sound?
Thank you, Grim. Yes, all right. Shoot away.
Did Sage Broussard die?
Who?
Sage Broussard.
I don't know who that is.
That's a good point.
Oh.
Oh
no. The plot thickens.
Yeah, he wouldn't know who that is.
Yeah. So this is information that you would have, Grim, is that Ken joined in a little
Post leaving the party, yes?
Yes.
Yeah. So they met up post the pyramid thing, correct?
Well, in the middle of the pyramid thing, they met up. Right?
Still asking the question.
Yeah. Go
So
ahead.
he never.
Yeah.
He does.
Alright, yeah.
I know he doesn't know.
Yeah.
Sage.
Good.
Bruce. They might have mentioned something about him. I don't know
Who-
exactly
who
what
is-
they said though.
Who is they?
The rest, the guys that were, I guess, that kind of were in. I don't know, that were with the rest of the party that your corporation had sent out to the pyramids. I don't know.
Did your friends then, the ones you are traveling with now, did they ever mention Sage?
I mean, they said they found him in the pyramid.
What's
But they
going on in
never-
the pyramid?
Some swift something making people sing and dance against their will. That's the one you should be questioning in here.
Swift?
The-
We should pull Swift into this room.
I mean,
And then
that's the one who, I don't know, that some creepy stuff happened near that pyramid. Yeah.
what were you doing there?
Well, I was kidnapped by some enemies of myself and taken there, I guess. Sold to him, something exchanged to him, and I had just woken up there.
Did you meet this Swift?
I had a brief conversation, yes. Less of a conversation, more of a him telling me to dance and sing. It's weird. The weirdest. I
Did you
rather
dance
be
well?
tortured. No, I didn't. Never danced.
Did you do it?
Can you do it for me now?
Hold on, let me
Can you
roll a
show me?
dice. That's nope. Did not dance. No, I did not dance well at all. It's by my no. I've never been a dancer. I just
When was the last time you saw Swift?
I don't know. Was it a few days ago? I guess. Is that correct? A few days ago?
Yeah, about half a week ago.
Yeah. Okay. I was thinking that. I guess a few days ago. Yeah.
Was that in the pyramid?
Well, no, that happened before that.
Right.
I was,
I'm going to leave you to your thoughts a little while. I'll do you the favor of removing one of these inconveniences at your request.
the music. I don't like these musicals. They're repetitive. They don't have. I don't know. I just don't like them. They're repetitive. So just take the sound away. I would rather sit in silence.
Would you rather listen to something else?
No, I would just rather like to sit in silence if you don't mind.
Done. Just a thought before I go, though. Might want to think about why your friends had someone killed and didn't tell you about it.
Had someone killed. What are you talking about?
Know that Sage is dead. You know that they're the ones in charge of it.
In charge.
though.
I mean,
Turn off the music.
I wouldn't think.
And then
they're
I leave the room.
ones
Yeah. So,
smart enough
Ken,
to-
just so you know, between this and the next time that you're going to be featured in like episode Ken 2, the music gets cut off, but it is replaced with like just enough white noise. Like the speaker just like kind of hums just a little bit while the music isn't playing.
The angle that it's facing
I
away
just
from
heard
the
white
speaker.
noise after you said that. There was silence and white noise. Oh my god, I'm scarred.
That's perfect. I can put some on, just to.
All right, Walter.
No.
So actually, can we check something really quickly? Dorvis, give me a wisdom save.
Yeah,
Just really quickly. And I'm gonna check something really quickly.
Man, I hate this dice. I rolled a 4.
Okay.
Again.
There is a small interlude here where Dorvis walks back to his cell and has a
Oh, no,
conversation.
actually-
Yeah.
Actually, no, wait. I read that wrong. I rolled a 6.
Okay, regardless, this is still happening.
Actually, you fly away.
Yeah.
Well, that is 150% increase right there.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Wow, you
That
made it
is-
out. You're good to go, Dorvis. You don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah. So
Here's your money back.
there's a small interlude here where Dorvis walks back to his cell, where Walter is also like Walter's also there. Like, so Walter, you see Dorvis walk back into his think box, and Dorvis, you have the uncanny compulsion to let Walter know that everything's pretty good, and then, like, you should probably just talk,
Hey, Walter, craziest thing happened. I walked in there and man, they were just so nice to me. And like, they just wanted me to talk about stuff and I talked with them and man, they're just the greatest people ever, man.
I find it hard to believe. We're kind of in prison still. I don't know. Like it feel if they were really that cool, like I'll talk to them. Like I just don't want to die. And hey, what are you raising your hand about, man?
Ken, you are currently in the cell. Or in
I
the
am
interrogation
cell
room.
too.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you're in the interrogation room right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was about to ask if I'm there or not, so
Yeah.
I'm not. Okay.
Can I roll to fight this at all?
No, you've already made that
You
one.
already did. You
You already
did.
failed. Nice try.
Walter, I
You did
swear on
increase
my
your roll by
life,
2.
I swear on my life that if you go in there and you talk, great things are gonna happen. That's all I'm gonna say.
That sounds like Swift talk. That sounds.
So at this point in time,
things are gonna happen.
the big burly human is gonna like open the door to Walter's cell and just point at him and then
Like,
point out.
finally, I'm gonna walk through the door. Like, oh my gosh, y'all have terrible room service here. And then
All right. So Walter ends up in the interrogation room. Grim, how long do you make Walter wait?
I think I'm waiting in the room for Walter.
Okay. Walter, you
Nice.
walk in the room and you see like a very intimidating dwarf just sitting at the steel table, like staring you down as you walk in.
hello.
Oh. You can
That's
take a
amazing.
seat if you'd want.
Oh, sure. It's just the music's a little messed up. Okay. I'll go sit down. Wait. Is he sitting on a beanbag chair?
He's sitting on the yoga ball, I think.
Okay, I'm gonna sit on the beanbag chair. Oh, this isn't. I get up, I grab that one and put it on top of the other beanbag chair. So I sit down. I think it's a bit of an improvement. It's so
Somehow
kindly
you
that-
still end up on the floor.
yeah. They probably slid and like, all right, whatever. I'm just gonna
Detect
chill.
magic.
I'm gonna chill on the beanbag. All right. What's up?
I suppose you're you know what we're here about, correct?
I mean, yeah, I have some history with you guys. I figured I was over, but I mean, I figured I'd grab your arm to get good old Walter Tang back into the mix. Sorry, I can't do the job anymore. I did what I needed to do, and y'all let me go. I thought so. I mean, so thanks for trying to convince me, and I'll be on my way.
If you could clarify a little bit about when you said that we let you off. What does that exactly mean?
Well, I remember a point in time where I don't remember whose name it was, but it was a woman. She said that because she couldn't produce the contract that I had signed that bound me to the Meriwether Corporation, that I was free to go. I remember the words were free to go. So I did in fact leave.
And could you do me a favor and detail the events that happened immediately before that moment?
Before that moment?
24
Well,
24
what-
hours. Moment where she released you in the middle of the desert.
I remember there was I think I was still hungry. There wasn't a lot of soup, so I remember being kind of hungry, and then also Timmy Tilbus the Tattletale. God, I hate that guy. He I mean, granted, he probably did his job by telling people what's going on, that I wasn't there that previous night. He told to look for us, and I guess he was looking out for. So I gave him my bed sheet, my old dirty, rotten, stinky bed sheet. Timmy Tilbus doesn't have it. I don't care. I hate that guy. Because it's gone now. I had this really cool cape. It belonged to somebody else. I took it, but I lost the cape. Now I have this really cool leather armor rainbow deal going on, so that's nice.
And
Yeah.
real quickly.
What?
For
Yeah.
all of that information,
I mean, yeah.
quick question: the Rosemary Corporation. You're aware of how much of an influence we have, correct?
Yeah, y'all have a lot. You're a pretty booming.
Hey, Walter.
What's...
Really quickly, give me a wisdom save.
Well, all right.
Uh-oh. And it was that moment Walter knew. Wow, I love it.
All right, ready? Okay, go gadget. Roll a 20. It's a 16.
Oh.
Okay. So there is a small inkling in the back of your head, that like you are aware of how much influence the Rosemary Corporation has, but it doesn't really bother you that much. But like they're in the back of your mind, you're like, that's a good point. That is at least a good point. It doesn't instill fear in you per se, but like you know, it's a good thing to bring up in conversation.
Walter's gonna remember that. He's gonna vote for officials that are against monopoly. So that's what he's gonna
Break up the corporations, man.
Eat the rich.
It's about time we ate the rich. That's what.
Stay tuned on the final rule. We eat the rich.
Walter, let me ask you one more question. With that amount of influence, would you not think that we would be smarter than allowing a single copy of a contract to exist somewhere in the world?
Well, I mean, that's a good point, but also I was told I was free to go because the contract was longer. I guess did she lie to me? Is that what happened?
I don't know what she did or did not do. All I know is that she properly uploaded the back copy of her contract to us via magic from the middle of the desert.
Via a magic USB.
Okay, well, I can tell you right now, the one item I did take from the pyramid is no longer.
Oh,
So like, it's not.
You didn't even say anything about going into the pyramid.
Uh-oh.
Well, I mean, I don't like keep it as a secret. Like, yeah, I went into the pyramid. It was kind of sucked, honestly. Like, there wasn't much there. The one I did take was from this guy who I really got, and just Walter's thinking about the super producer, just kind of like, God, I got a cape, right? And because I recall being free to go, I didn't find it important to give 15% of that cape to the corporation. So I thought I was like free to go with that.
Right. Grim pulls out a small cloth bag.
Mm-hmm.
You should probably open that.
Okay. All right.
Oh no.
Ooh, I'm gonna open the bag. Ooh, I open it.
An ear inside.
Oh. That's kind of gross.
I recognize that.
It's like an ear.
Fair, yeah.
Very astute of you.
You passed
that
the
happens to belong, or I should say belonged in the past tense, to Sharon Shortley. Your contract in the desert.
That's who it was. It was Sharon who told me that I was.
It's a very recognizable ear from what I understand.
I say a lot of things about a lot of people, It just helps them feel good. Like it's a whole. She leave me alone after I did that. So I mean, it was,
Uh-oh.
Just like you to know that Sharon is no longer in the employ of the Rosemary Corporation. And despite her insistence that her contract was null and void, we have a copy and we intend to hold you to it.
I mean, what do you want me to do then? Like, it's.
First thing I'd like you to do is tell me more about this super producer.
All right.
So that's where we're going to cut episode Walter. And we're going to fast forward to you guys were all returned to your think boxes. But like whenever you went to go talk to each other, you never got any sort of like you couldn't talk to each other. It may have been magical. It may have just been that you guys weren't the same cells that you thought that you were. But after an undisclosed amount of time, you're brought back into this the question room, right? And you guys are all the asking room. Yeah, you guys are all together now.
Open concept asking room.
The open concept asking room. The ping pong table has been removed. It is now just the table, but there are twice the number of beanbags now.
Okay, guys.
Well, that's shit. It's not.
I just want to say I'm really sorry for what I said back there. I wasn't trying to say that. Oh, hey guys, this place is really great. No, stop, Doris, stop.
Well, I mean, it wasn't like we had a conversation. I just wish I hadn't had a conversation. I mean,
same. Honestly,
music's back.
I mean, who would have thought that they kept backups? I mean, I know the phrase "one is none" and "two is one," but like,
look,
these guys.
I thought when I look back and forth, the thing happened that we were just scot-free, like
I thought so too, honestly. If the contract was, they said they can no longer reduce the contract, right?
Yeah, I mean, unless and
granted,
had you guys ever?
What's up?
Had you guys ever dealt with like a corporation or some sort of larger entity with people below it before that moment?
No, I mean, well, okay, if you count whenever I was in a gambling situation, but besides that, I mean, the Rosemary
Corporation. Did they keep more than one copy of what your gambles were, what your dets were, or did they just have one and just kept it willy-nilly in?
Oh no, they
get to
on their person. Yeah, they always. Yeah, no, that isn't. That's a good point.
No, that's
they. Yeah. Well, I mean, they're gone now, but or at least I think they're all gone. Yeah. That's a good point.
Well, either way,
that was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was a long time ago, but there might be one buried underneath that city.
Whoa, wait.
I mean, I feel like he already would have known about Swift because of how much of an issue Swift is. But yeah, he knows about Swift now.
Oh well, I mean,
I don't like. See, that's the thing. I gave that information in the hopes that he was actually against Swift because Swift seems to pose a lot of like different ideas, and I think this company is really for. I don't know. I mean, but the presence of that, well, what used to be a ping pong table, kind of makes me think. I don't know. I gave information. I gave the info. Hopefully, because the moment I mentioned Swift, they wanted more information about Swift. So I'm like, well, they're probably not with Swift.
Yeah, I mean, as long as
or they just want to know how much you know to see if they need to kill you or not.
Well, I mean, I didn't.
Walter, that's a good point. Well, we're dead. We're all dead.
We'll see what happens. Kind of like, well, I can't make a flower grow. I was gonna do that, but there isn't really a dirt nearby. It's all just gray, but like
I mean,
half gray.
Don't you have your
ceiling's white? It's
don't you have your the dirt on your eyebrows?
My eyebrows? Oh no, I wiped those off.
You already?
I changed. You must have missed that. No, I'm bald everywhere now. No fake eyebrows.
Oh
nothing.
Boy. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty smooth.
Okay, so at some point in time, you guys hear like a noise as like a portion of the wall like opens up, like behind you, like by the ping pong table, and standing in the doorway is that raggedy gnome that was watching you guys.
Oh, hey, dude. What's up?
Oh, hey, what's up? What?
What?
Out of there!
Oh, sorry. You were so quiet.
Let's go!
I don't.
Okay.
Is this a trap? Is this?
I don't think we should trust him.
All right, let's.
Yeah, guys. Let's just go. I really am just done with this place right now.
I mean, if we leave, they capture us anyway, and then they hold us to the contract anyway. Either we stay here and have a chance to, or we leave, we have a chance to not be forced. Or if we stay and have it, like, our odds increase if we try to leave. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh, okay, well then let's do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I book it with the gnome.
Can I make an insight check on the gnome?
Go ahead.
Oh.
What are you trying to discern?
Like, see if like he's telling the truth about. But I rolled crap, so it was only a 7. So he probably would have been good against me. I was really just seeing if like he's telling the truth, being sincere about us getting out of here, or if he's just trying to lead us into a trap.
Totally. What'd you roll?
7.
7? Yeah. No, this gnome is being 100% sincere. He really he's trying to get you guys out of here.
All right. Well, I guess he seems sincere, but
You've got like 2 minutes before he comes back.
Guys, I'm already over here.
I'm
with the gnome. Let's go.
I'm going with the gnome. Sorry, we keep calling you the gnome. What's your name?
Yeah. What's your name?
My name is Gerald.
Oh, hi, Gerald.
Nice. Hi, Gerald. Walter. It's a. No, wait. We can introduce
Don't
later.
talk.
Yeah.
We gotta go. Yeah.
It's a habit. Sorry.
So you guys all like sort of leave the room, and what follows is sort of a what is it called? Catch Me If You Can, right? Is that the one where
The one with the.
the magician.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like sort
Wait,
of like
No, that's not Catch Me If You Can. That Catch Me If You Can is a
What-
movie with.
What's the one with the magician? That's the one I'm talking about.
DiCaprio.
Blink 182.
Now you see me. Now
Now you see me. Thank
yeah.
you.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
a Now You See Me esque sort of like chase sequence where like the gnome just like in the nick of time just like dodges across guards. Like you guys almost get caught like 4 or 5 times, but the gnome manages to just barely, and I mean barely, lead you guys to the exit of where you're being held.
Why
Wow.
are you helping us?
Nice.
They've done terrible things to me. They told me to keep an eye on you, and they've hurt me. And I just want. I thought
Where
that
did
if I
you
got
lead
you out,
us?
you could take me with you.
Yeah.
Where did you lead us?
I'm not sure. This is outside. I don't know. Where's the building?
So the
in
building,
relative to the rest of things.
yeah, the building is actually let's say it's in a town about maybe 10 miles or so to like away from the exit of the Underdank. It's not in Causeway. It'd be like in Oakland compared to like Los Angeles, right? Like it's on the outer sort of regions of
I think he
Causeway.
probably means San Francisco.
Yeah. Different.
No, no, I'm talking about you know how they're
Oakland.
like. But sorry, am I misspeaking?
Oakland to Los Angeles, and I go so across the state.
No, okay, sorry. Which one's the
Yeah,
one?
okay.
I'm thinking like the
Golden Gate
like
Bridge to San
boroughs
Francisco.
boroughs to like London. You know, like they used to be smaller towns, and now they're just sort of like part of the greater Los Angeles area. That's what I'm referring to.
Okay.
So like it's like one of those. So it's not part of Causeway, but like it's close enough that most people associate it with Causeway. That's where the Rosemary Corp HQ is. So yeah, I just said the wrong city name. I can't think of the one that I'm supposed to
You're
say.
okay.
Yeah. Anyway, but like that's where you guys are. It's about 10-ish miles, and like you guys more or less recognize where you are. You're close-ish to the Underdank, close-ish to Causeway.
Okay.
Well,
And just for frame of reference, do they know where they've been taken, or were they brought here blind?
They're brought here blind.
But you said
I
we
mean-
do sort of recognize.
You recognize
we
the
are?
general. Yeah, you recognize that you're close to Causeway. This is like geographically close to Causeway. You're just not sure where.
well, I was gonna say anywhere out there is better than being in there where they have control over us. I'd rather be away from here, and we're gonna bring Gerald with us because, well, I like having more of us because well, Brooke's not here, and boy, do I miss Brooke.
Yeah. plus, like Stella and all them, we just don't know where
Yeah.
they are.
Well,
So you're just gonna leave Stella and all them in there.
I don't want to.
I mean, do you want to go back and try to get them?
I mean,
Gerald,
I just
we need to get our
don't-
other friends.
I don't.
Who else was there?
It was
You're the only ones I knew about. I was just in charge of your cells.
then what happened to Stella and well, Lil Paul's dead.
Oh well,
Red
little
Lil Paul.
Paul, little Paul, no, little Paul. Oh God,
I
he was
mean,
so
are they
good.
Karma's
with
a
Brooke?
bitch.
Are they with Brooke?
I don't know about anyone else in there, and I don't have the ability to explore around. Like I had to sit and watch your cells, and then when you all three got taken away, they weren't caring where I was, so I was able to. Like I knew about a couple of the shortcuts in the building, but that's all I know about.
Well, hopefully,
So-
I mean,
Here's what we've got to go. They're gonna see us, but we can come back. I know about secrets in the building. I know about tunnels and things. We can come back and check, but we need to get out of here
Good
now.
idea. We leave now and we regroup and figure out a rescue plan. Let's
Okay.
go.
let's do it.
All right,
So the question is then,
heading
where
out
do
of
you
town.
go? Like you can
Out of
head
town.
out of Causeway.
Yeah.
Yeah. So hey, Ken, if you let me ask you this, right? You right now you're the de facto leader of the group. So I'm just gonna say that right now.
Okay.
Take that, Walter.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
There
So
is
what's the Tang Gang?
there is
No longer the Tang Gang. We are the Kin Crew
The
now.
Ken Club.
Ken
Ken
Cr-
Crew.
the Ken Club, the Ken Crew is good. I will say that there is pretty much only one place you can think of to go that like you might be able to not only find solace or shelter, but also find the strength and drive to rescue the rest of the drow.
Okay. All right. Is it a place that I've visited in the?
You just came from there. If you're going to rescue drow, only one group of people are going to rescue drow,
Oh, okay.
and that's
I got
People who want to kill us.
Oh,
The
great.
ones
All right. So my initial instinct says to leave town now, but
On board.
It sounds great.
Yeah, I love that idea. Yeah. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, King Crew forever.
Well,
Gerald, I love the enthusiasm.
This guy's great. Ah,
we went to we went to the Underdank in search of power and allies, and came out sort of neutral, and I would say in their eyes. But I think I know a way of maybe gaining their favor. And
okay.
assistance of maybe freeing the leader's daughter from this corporation. So
Yes.
if we are just able to get through the Underdank, the new Underdank, and get back to the reservoir without getting caught by any of Swift's, eyes in the new Underdank, I think we would.
Point of quick order. Who is Swift?
Oh,
Someone that could kill you in the
Just a
blink of an
bad
eye.
motherfucker.
We'll-
God, I hate
we'll-
that guy.
We can update you later on
Yeah,
that,
we'll tell you
but
about
Okay.
yeah, but
yeah, we got to get moving, guys. But
Johan-
this is good.
Johan might want to know that his daughter's been captured by
this far-reaching corporation. Yeah, let's make our way then. Let's go.
I want to know where she is too.
I bet you do.
Deep,
Oh, God, shut up, Ken.
I bet.
in the
No,
background
shut
of
up,
Dorvis's
Ken. No,
mind
no.
is Vivi Levesque holding up the poster that says "kiss her" and like just like waving it around.
God.
But then that image burns in the memory
Yeah.
of Vivi betraying you.
Ooh, woof.
God.
So here's what we're gonna say, right? Same thing with leaving the Underdank. Getting back to the Underdank is going to be a RP encounter, maybe some form of combat encounter, perhaps, and like a third sort of thing. We're gonna basically structure it the same sort of way.
Some
so I'm
other
gonna,
third thing.
yeah, we'll see. So the first thing that's going to happen is the RP encounter. You guys are all traveling. Ken, you roughly know this area well enough to like find your way back to the Underdank.
Okay.
Go ahead and give me a history check just to make sure you know exactly where you're going, though.
All right, that is. Wait, alphabetically. Okay, that's 18.
Okay, yeah, you know exactly. You know where you're going. 100%.
I did love you saying alphabetically and then reading a number because I know what just happened on your in your life,
Yeah.
but it does not make auditory sense in any way.
So we'll say it's about a 10-hour trip, or not 10-hour trip. Yeah, about a 10-hour trip. We'll say it's about a 10-hour trip. So you may be able to do it in like a day. You're traveling about a mile an hour.
If it's 10 miles, it's
About a
it's
mile
10
an hour?
miles. It's a 10-hour trip. It's a mile an hour.
I mean, I would guess that we wouldn't be going straight, so we'd probably be swerving and
We'll say it's a 12-hour trip
17.
then. 12-hour trip makes sense, right?
12-hour trip. Yep.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ken.
Whispered serpentine the entire time.
Yeah.
Serpentine.
So
So that makes sense. Yeah, it's just we all kind of do this on the
Robin
ground.
Hood.
The whole,
Nick.
about 3 hours in, more or less, you come across like Ken. You probably let me actually check to make sure. Ken, I think that you and Grim, you and Gerald rather, noticed first.
What?
No, Gerald.
Wait, what?
No, Gerald noticed. Gerald and Grin and Ken noticed it first, and they noticed smoke coming off the horizon like a campfire. It's a hilly-ish region, a couple thickets here and there, but you notice around the crest of the next hill, you notice a little bit of like smoke.
Ken's really just gonna ignore it. Really, just gonna look at it, and Gerald, I guess, is gonna see me looking at it, also looking at it. And I'm just gonna keep walking.
Should probably follow the example of our illustrious leader.
All right, Gerald.
Don't pay attention to the smoke.
Wait, there's smoke? Oh.
Yes, there's smoke. It'll be all right.
Oh, smoking?
Man, if Brooke were here, oh man, he would be talking about the smoking all the time. Anyway, you guys sort of like make a plan to sort of snake around the hill, but you come to a point where you're sort of on either side. There's a path forward, but it's surrounded by two thickets, like just enough to where you're like, okay, this might be a little suspicious. Like all of you get this. It's sort of like your passive insights are high enough to where you're like, okay, this is obviously something we shouldn't deal with, right?
Can
This is all the way around, isn't it?
It seems
We
like
gotta.
What?
someone like make a distraction or something?
So wait,
I mean, if you want to just run straight through, Gerald, I mean, see if there's anyone ambushing from the sides and just take the brunt of the attack. I mean, you're more than welcome.
guys, wait. I guess I was gonna say I could reduce my size, but I mean,
Yeah, just make you smaller. One thing I can do, I can cast a healing. Healing word. Yeah, so we'll all be no.
just
can-
right now.
Yeah, I can cast a good fog cloud. You know, then if we kind of run
fine.
through, it's a big old 10 diameter spherical fog cloud.
I mean,
Is that enough distance for us to get through?
Yeah, probably. Honestly, it's not like a huge thicket. Thickets themselves are like not tremendously large.
I mean, let's do it.
Yeah. I'm gonna cast a good fog cloud. We ready?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I
let's do
go
it.
1, 2, 3, and do a little finger gun, and then I
Yeah.
cast the fog cloud. It's like, yeah.
It's like right in the center of the sort of path that you can see in front of you. What's the range on Fog Cloud, real quick?
Out of your finger,
Yep.
Yeah, out of my finger. It looks really cool.
like a tiny fireman's
120
hose.
feet. Okay, cool. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So
That'd be
the sort of circuitry ignites, and like right out of the tip of your finger, it's like a little wisp, and it's like it sort of like goes down to the ground and sort of like snakes along the path, and it doesn't look very impressive until it gets to the point where it like you've cast it at, and then suddenly out of the sort of snaking little like small fog trail, smoke just starts to billow out, for like rising up from the ground and just like creeping into the thickets. And
That did not look impressive at first, but wow.
I was about to say, is that all the cover we're gonna have? Because that doesn't look like a fog cloud. But then,
I was about to say I could see everything, but now I can't see anything.
There you go.
Okay.
That's when you mess with the tang, you get the tang.
oh boy.
yeah,
Oh,
classic
really?
catchphrase. Yeah,
I don't know if that's is that a bad thing or is that? We'll just continue
I
on.
don't know what it means, and then I get the tang. All right, let's get through.
Okay.
I've got it. I've got it all right.
Thank you. This guy's great.
The moment you guys enter into the cloud, you hear a voice on like one side of the thicket just go, "Hey, that's not fair."
Oh,
It's not meant to be fair.
And then we
That's
run.
not fair.
No. Come back out where I can see you.
No.
Why would I do that?
Just
Yeah.
run, Walter. Don't converse with it.
Are you a coward?
Yes.
Maybe I am. Why is that any of your business?
All
We're
right,
just
you're
gonna
not
get
calling
through
me a
here.
coward. How
Do
about you
not
come out?
die.
Okay,
How about you come
Yeah,
out?
why don't you come in here?
I'll show you what a coward is. I'll show you that you are all cowards. I'll come right out. And
But
then like
Walter, or not Walter. Ken already stopped outside the fog, turned around, said, "Come out." Yeah.
So like out of the thicket, just like charging out, comes like a little goblin, and he's like clad in chainmail that's just a little bit too big for him, like carrying a dagger that's like the very tip of it's been chipped off, and he's very clearly trying his hardest. Like he's really trying his hardest, guys. And he looks straight at Ken and goes like, "I'll have you know that I am the general of the Nibble clan."
Oh.
I'm gonna try to grapple him.
You're gonna try to do what?
Grapple him.
Give me an athletics check, yeah.
Hey, that is what equipment do we have at this point?
Hey, it's pretty good. I have no athletics.
The Rosemary Corp is so confident, and I mean so confident in themselves that you all have all of your equipment.
I'd like to think.
Okay.
Can we have reclaimed it during our Now You See Me escape session?
Absolutely. We'll say that. That makes more story sense. Is that part of your escape was reclaiming your equipment from the storage room?
Brad.
I got a 14 on my grapple.
So boy, do you grapple him. Boy, does he not stand. You not only do you grapple him, you disarm him too. In like one motion, you just sort of like grab his wrist.
His arms off.
You grab his wrist and just like turn it in such a way that he like drops his dagger, and then you just like get him in like a little chokehold. That he's like,
"Who's the coward now?"
Oh god. I am the Nibble clan's the coward. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for this to happen.
Ken, calm down. Whoa, Ken, don't kill him.
I'm tired of people fucking with me. Ugh! I just drop him and just turn away from him before I do something bad.
You hear sobs coming from behind you. After you drop me, you go to turn away, and you see, "I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry."
I walk out. Ken, what the hell? You can't. All right. I'm gonna do some good druid craft and just like give him some like some cute flowers. Like that's I gotta do so much, Ken. You can't. God, I'm not here to make kids cry. Do you think?
Not a child. He may be only like 9 years old, but he's still a full-grown goblin.
The only thing he is not a full-grown goblin. He's like a teenager at best. But Ken, I don't think Ken would know that.
It's like you can't
rush up on your goblin sizes.
So I'm gonna talk to him. I'm gonna say, hey, I'm sorry. The Nibble clan just seemed too terrifying for me that I really didn't want to risk that, and that's me. That's a. I'm telling him that. I'm trying to console him.
There is no Nibble clan. I'm the only one. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to tell this.
One person clans are some of the most powerful.
Yeah, I mean,
you think so?
Well,
no,
if there is,
I don't think so.
Can't,
let Walter talk.
God, I'm gonna. Shoot! I'm trying to think of a spell I could cast to make him shut up. I don't have one.
But before we worry about this guy's self-esteem, we should probably, I don't know, run away from the giant group of people that is probably following us.
Wait, no. There's a group of people. I can't handle a group of people. I thought I could handle a couple of you.
Trying to just attack a group of people.
Hold on.
What do you mean you can't?
They're not after you, little Nimble clan, dude. They're not.
It's Nibble clan. My name's Nibble. I'm just, my parents are dead.
Nibble.
They're all dead.
Nibble.
I'm trying to establish myself in the world.
Gracious.
So
Nibble, you did great. Look, Nibble, you did great your first time.
You think so? You think I did great?
Yeah, you look so confident. If Ken weren't here, you would have taken us out like no problem.
I mean, I probably would have talked to him first, but like,
you think I can handle the group of people coming through here after you guys?
No.
Oh, definitely.
We can't handle them.
Definitely. Yes. You could definitely take him. Just hide those tickets again and attack him.
I'm getting conflicting reports here about the strength of the group.
All right.
Guys, look, Nibble. All I can say is, you have to believe in yourself before before you can get any sort of before anyone else can believe in you. Do you believe in yourself, Nibble?
I don't know.
I said, do you believe? Because look, I believe in you, Nibble. Do you believe in yourself?
I don't believe. I believe that you believe in me. I believe in you, and you believe in me.
So Nibble, you go out there and you be the best goddamn goblin you can be, and you take those guys out because I know you can do it.
Wait, so we are encouraging him to take out. Okay, yeah.
I look at Ken. I'm not gonna discourage him. That's just rude.
Maybe not attack groups of people.
But yeah, Nibble, don't like attack them outright. But if they
start with animals. That's where I started. Start with animals.
You know what?
Track animals.
I will
Get some
take them out.
friends.
I'll take them all out. And then you all know, the next time you come in here, the Nibble clan will be the strongest. The Nibble clan will be the best clan you've ever heard of. I promise. My name is Nibble, and you will know of me.
Nibble, start small.
Yeah, start small, Nibble. I mean,
you're right. I should believe in myself. I'm gonna believe in myself. I'm gonna kill them all. I'm gonna kill them all. Man. Watch me. Nibble's gonna kill them all.
Have you killed a hog before, Nibble?
No, but I'll kill them. Watch me.
There.
I can kill 20 hogs. I can kill 20 men. Watch me.
Then go kill 20 hogs before you start with a man.
You know what? You guys get out of here. Nibble's gonna start. This is Nibble's time. Nibble's gonna start.
You do not tell me what to do, Nibble.
Yeah, well, I believe in myself, kid. Do you believe in yourself? Do you believe in yourself? I believe it. Nibble believes in himself.
My name?
They said it. They all said it. They said your name.
We did say your name was Cad. Like,
why do we keep name dropping each other in front of
Because you're yelling at a child.
Yeah, it's polite.
He attacked me.
Nibble's gonna pick up his dagger and run into the thicket.
Okay. Bye, Nibble. All right, let's go. He's none of our worries anymore.
Is the fog cloud still there? Or I guess it doesn't really matter now.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter now. Nibble's not gonna mess with you guys. I just want you to know that, like, just at a meta level,
Good job, Dorvis.
Nibble will come back.
Oh no.
Nibble has quickly become my favorite. Nibble will get everything that he's ever wanted.
So he's not going to die. Fantastic. I want a child to die.
All right,
I was really thinking I was going to where Dorvis got this teen goblin to basically just commit suicide, attacking a giant party of.
Okay,
look,
what
guys.
I was waiting for.
So if his Nibble will be back is this young teenage goblin killed by an association.
We'll see.
This dude's gonna. He's gonna.
Coincidence or conspiracy?
Okay,
you
look,
tell
guys.
me.
300, man. This is Battle of Thermopylae. He's gonna delay that group for a full couple minutes in that forest when they're chasing after us.
All Dorvis is gonna say is he's gonna be like, you know what? I'm rooting for him.
We have a new name for the group, by the way. That is the Nib Crib.
Oh no.
Courtesy of Wititney in chat. We are the Jazzy Five, we are the Tang Gang, we are the Ken Club, and we are the Nib Crib.
We're gonna have to compile
too.
Nice.
We have to compile a list. It's gonna just get
so
big.
the next thing that's gonna happen is our RP encounter. So we'll say this takes place at camp. Yeah, that was
the battle encounter.
So
wow, we did a great job, guys.
So you guys are all sitting at camp one night.
You're welcome.
You guys are all sitting at camp one night, about halfway there. Yeah. So let's how about we talk about Gerald for a little bit, right? He's the new guy.
Mm-hmm.
So what's your story, Gerald? I don't like traveling with people who don't, have some sort of story. So you have to have a story, right?
Yeah, what do you want to know?
Your story.
Well, yeah, that's fair.
Well, let's start with the easy thing. Like, what do you do for a hobby? What's your, how do you keep yourself busy when it's not work?
That sounds more like small talk than his story.
Well, it's a start, all right? We can't, you can't get someone to open up their entire life story to you in just one bit, all right?
Well, I mean, we could have each other's lives in each other's hands, so I'd like to know a little bit about him.
Well, I mean,
should I answer the hobby question, or
you can answer the hobby question? Yes, I guess.
Yeah, I don't see that's a bad question to start with.
Well, I mean, I haven't had a chance to really have a hobby in just because on account of the corporation. But had my way, you guys are gonna think it's stupid.
What?
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Oh, really? It's dumb. But-
Look, we have exposed ourselves to you. Just
Oh,
you
I,
can. Oh, wait, no, I didn't mean.
No.
Look, okay. I mean,
like I can.
Dorvis,
dumb about
close your
myself.
robe.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
sorry.
opened. Like, look, it's opened at the bottom. We can see
Well,
it.
I'm gonna cast
trying.
fog cloud on him, so he can't.
Actually,
he can't.
he has a little bit lower of an angle, so he sees
yeah,
it.
there's
Close your robe, Dorvis.
What I'm
We're
trying
not
to
showing each other everything.
No, what I'm trying to say is, you can be honest with us. We're here to help you, and
I would like to point out that Gerald knows pretty much nothing about you all.
I mean, he knows that I was also in the same predicament with the Rosemary Corporation, where I was.
I figured it would help if we talk to you about who we are. Hi, I'm Tang, a reformed, racist, bald Earth Genasi. I'm quite old. I'm quite old. It's a
here's the deal. I really have no problem with just face value on all of you. You can tell me anything you want. I don't mind you talking, but it's not at all something that I feel is necessary for me to want to travel with you. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm interested. I no offense to our great, illustrious, wonderful leader, but it's just not something I feel is necessary.
Don't be a kiss ass.
When did Ken become the leader? I thought.
Yeah, I thought I was leader. What happened here?
I thought I was the leader.
No, wait. Was Brooke the leader?
What?
No.
You never really had a leader.
Nah,
In the
Brooke
back
could've
of all
been
of your minds, you do recognize the fact that Brooke was the first person to do the slam poetry.
Oh no.
So,
It's fine.
But
I mean, if you're interested in something about us, like, go ahead, ask us. I'm not.
I'll figure it out. But
anyway, the hobby. You had a hobby.
My hobby back in the day was theater.
What?
Yeah,
Another one
I don't know.
with a theatric background. Great.
there was
No way.
and yeah, are you?
We don't.
You
We
guys-
love theater.
Why is Brooke always gone when we talk about it?
Yes, I did a lot of theater,
Oh,
and then.
oh, really?
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I've watched a lot of theater, so.
yeah. I mean, granted, I did a lot of like high school stuff, and like I did like some community work after I graduated. I love theater. It's good stuff.
Yeah, that's that. I mean, if I had to pick a hobby, that would probably be it.
That sounds nice. I like that hobby.
Yeah.
Fun.
Maybe you can shine some insight on was it Peter's prison party? Yeah, like
Pete's prison party. Well,
Pete's
Peter
prison
was.
party.
But like they didn't nickname
No. It was
Once-
Peter's prison party. I
Oh,
wrote
it
it
was
down.
Peter's
It was
prison
Peter's
party?
prison party. Yeah.
Because like
Walter
I know
Tang thinks he knows too much. All right.
I know we haven't
Walter
seen it, but
denied
you
that.
have Walter. Have you seen it?
Oh, the 3 Ps?
Yeah, the 3 Ps.
I love triple P.
What?
PPP.
Oh man.
At my school, they called it P cubed, but okay.
We have got to shoot the shit
That's
about
much better
talking
than
about
everything. Man,
Well,
best.
well,
No
you
wonder
know what?
you're in charge.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, we are very inclusive about theater and everything. I mean, theater's great. You know, it really challenges you just the thought processes of different people.
Boy,
it really
does it.
gets people on the same mindset. You know, it's just
I don't want to become a podcast or stream where we just like kind of just talk about the things that actually us also like and we love to do as well.
All right, look, here's the thing.
So I do love the fact we're doing this as characters. It's great. It's good stuff.
But anyway,
man.
Yeah.
anyways,
I'm just like noticing it out of character.
I don't
with
know.
that.
well, it's just
Same.
it comes up. It just comes up.
No, it does. It does. It's good.
Well,
Anyway,
yeah.
Yeah,
So-
Peter's great.
that's me. Kind of. I used to be a cobbler for tiny gnome shoes. I guess that's
You
what
guess?
I did. Didn't really get very far in it.
I mean, I'm sure you did great.
Sorry. Yeah.
I
Ken,
was
Ken, what's wrong?
Sorry, nothing. It's.
Ken, I've never seen you laugh before. I'm really.
Ken, are you laughing?
Fighting it.
I don't know what it is. No, look, I just never actually or heard you laugh. You're fighting so hard to not laugh. That whatever just happened must have been very funny to you.
To be fair, I've also never heard you laugh, but I've known you significantly less time.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's within the same, but now he's really trying to laugh. Like, I don't know.
Let me. Was it because I said tiny gnome shoes?
Wait, Gerald, do you have an example of any of your work?
Yeah, tiny gnome shoes. You have a portfolio, I'm sure, somewhere.
How would you keep a portfolio of shoes?
I don't know,
fine.
pictures and stuff. No, Ken was. Oh, we almost got Ken. All right, well.
Sorry, guys, I'm back. What's
pictures probably is what I was. Is what I'm thinking.
I was an apprentice, and the shoes I made weren't very good, and that's when I decided to try to make more, and that's what led me to getting fired, and then the Rosemary Corporation picked me up from there. So it didn't go so well.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But I also had to brew things.
Oh.
I do a lot of like craft beers.
Like potions. Oh, the good brew. Okay.
Yeah.
Potions, but ale, lagers, yeah.
Yeah, that's me.
Hey guys, really quick.
What up?
Craig is gone.
Craig left.
Craig!
Yeah, Craig is.
Craig! Oh God, Craig!
Oh,
Craig!
I was checking my connection and we lost it.
Welp, rip.
Whoa.
Let's see if we can get that back going. And we'll just accept the fact that
I don't know when we lost it, but
We just lost it.
yeah.
we just lost. Okay, because mine
Just heard
says
this sound a second ago.
like mine says it's just. I'm gonna try to attempt to reconnect. Yeah, no, I just lost connection with the cast.
Does it have to be a new link we press?
It may have to. Hold on.
I figured.
Yeah, so for everyone listening, we're super sorry. This is the way that we're recording things now.
Now recording.
Oh God, I hope that got picked up.
Oh God,
I hope that got picked up.
Yeah, Craig. It's nice to speak with you, Craig.
He's my new favorite character. Can we have him like in universe exist? Like this is a different Craig entire. Oh yeah, it is.
All right, guys.
Craig.
Let's fix this as quickly as possible, so I have to edit as little as possible.
Craig, what do you think about this adventure going on right now? Now recording.
my Lord.
Yes, I agree. It's really.
I'm not sure why that happened.
Weird.
Connected.
Craig should be recording.
We're all back. We're all back.
Okay, cool.
It looks like we're all back.
Wait, am I back?
No, except for Lance. Lance,
Am
get
I
back.
No,
Chase is back. Justin's
again?
back. Vincent needs to be back, and Lance needs to be back.
Okay, yeah, because
yeah.
I need to re-click the link.
Yes, you need to re-click
the new link.
The new
The
one.
new link.
Where's my
the
new link?
link.
I put it in player chat.
Player
So you guys
chat.
get to see how the sausage is made, because boy, did we not expect that to fucking happen.
So sorry.
Hey, it's okay. Hey, I'm gonna be a Vincent
I
5
do
now.
love sausage.
You can be
do I need
Vincent. You can just be Vincent. You can just be Vincent. Yeah.
Please just be
Just
Vincent.
be Vince.
All right,
You could be
Vincent's back, and Lance is back. Okay, we're
That
good.
should be in.
So we're
Great.
gonna cut from wherever that cut off to wherever we are now, and we're just gonna assume that that's okay. I need to join. Oh,
Hey,
Oh God. Oh God.
what are you doing, man?
That would
Gosh.
be hilarious.
I'm
just
back.
us talking.
So
to,
we're gonna cut wherever that was to wherever we are now, and use the same rune tones and everything. So sorry about that,
again?
everyone.
You wanna-
Boy, did we not expect that to happen.
So what sort of brews is it that you make?
Yeah,
Like do you have your own brew, or do you like? Is there a certain style of brew that
you
you?
think
I'm not-
specialized in?
Grendel Pale Ales, maybe you get like a
Hit Grendel Pale Ales.
The GPA.
The GPA, yeah, good GPA. How high GPA you?
my GPAs are pretty high.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, on the ranking scale, like I haven't done anything super commercial yet, but I've won a lot of contests.
Ooh.
Oh, that's nice.
Good.
Like some tasting and things. I mean,
sounds a bit more like a hobby than your theater thing.
But
no. I take this very seriously. It's more than a hobby. This is my profession. I'm hoping at least.
Yeah.
Like I want to segue that. Like the shoe thing didn't work out.
Profession thing can, the hobby can become a profession. I'm just saying, like that seems more like a hobby you enjoy than theater, which you did in the past. But current hobby, brewing, sounds like a current hobby.
All right.
Just saying. I mean, I'm just
right.
I mean, it's still really cool. No, let's forget the fact that we're talking about hobbies. No, we're learning about this guy right now, and I want to know more about. So
the ale or whatever he makes, yeah.
Yeah, the pale ales.
Yeah, it's they're. I mean, they're gnomish alcohol is a little bit different than standard. We don't. I don't know if you know this. We're pretty small, and our tolerance is a little bit lower. So, also, you would not believe the liquor laws in gnomish cities. They're insane.
Really?
Like, are they mostly dry, or is it just like a limit of licenses? Like,
they're limiting licenses. They'll
probably
straight up
percentage.
like you have to. There's percentage limitations. You have to pour the alcohol in view of the person who is ordering it, so there can't be any behind the counter stuff that goes on. You always have to have food with the alcohol because they want to try to even it out. It's nuts.
Hey guys, keep the RP going real quick. I'll be right back.
The pouring in front of your patrons seems a bit logical. Just so you're not being poisoned and stuff like that.
Yeah, that does make a lot of sense.
That sounds logical. But
yeah, but the requirement to also get food with it. That's also kind of weird.
Hold on. You have to get a new food order every time you get a new drink order?
The server who is serving you the alcohol has to see you consume food or put food on the table for you when they bring you the drink. It's nuts.
So each time they bring you a new drink, they have to bring you. Oh, they can see you eating food.
You have to have consumed at some point in order to take the meal in, because apparently that's supposed to cut the rate at which it makes you drunk.
Wait, hold on. What if you
that is just a lie.
What if you bring alcohol home? Like, what is? I mean, like you.
Yeah. If you buy a 5-pack, and bring that home with you, then
because we do serve them in 5s.
Yeah.
That is the traditional number of gnomish alcohol containers.
5-pack is the Grendel standard. I don't know what you're.
Yeah, well, it's good that it's the same for the gnomes as well as Grendel.
It's the country standard. Yeah,
I like the 17 packs.
Those are.
Then I don't have to go to the store as much.
Yeah.
The old adage: 5, 13, 17, 29, 37.
I think one time
those are all the standard beer.
I think one time they had a limited edition like 56 pack, and but I mean that ended fast. That ended fast.
I'm a real fan of like prime number packaging. When that's what I'm really here for.
So after a certain point, you guys sort of you guys get on the same page about how all of this sort of operates and works. And you find yourself coming away with a new sense of camaraderie with each other.
Thank goodness for Utah's archaic liquor laws that I can bring.
Exactly.
Oh no! No way!
It all exists.
It's a different type of adversity, but it is a relatable type of adversity. So we're going to, for the sake of time.
Thank you, Utah.
Exactly. Thank you, Utah. Thank you for this episode of The Final Rule.
Thank you, Travel Utah.
This episode of The Final Rule is brought to you by
Utah.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and skip ahead to the point where we are about maybe 30 minutes away from the exit that you guys came out of from the Underdank. You guys are back to sort of that area of getting back into it.
Where we exited.
Yeah.
Where we exit.
Yeah.
So where the Rosemary Corp found us?
Where they found you. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Alright.
Are we going back in?
Well, yes. I mean, you want to
We probably
get your
should.
girlfriend out, don't you,
Yeah.
Dorvis?
No. Wait. No. She's not. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sure.
He didn't deny it. All right,
That
cool.
didn't. Wow, that was a lot less fun than I wanted it to be. Wow, thanks for accepting it.
You're welcome.
No, it's
So Gerald,
sarcasm.
do you know where you are right now?
Absolutely no idea.
Okay.
I mean, I've been able to clock things, I think, as we're moving through, and I know that we're near the other city at this point. Yes.
No,
Um,
away from the other city.
So the entrance into the Underdank is not
Near Causeway. It's not near Causeway at all.
cool.
Yeah.
Cool. I would imagine I've been paying attention pretty closely to where we are.
Yeah.
Just because I've got no clue.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, keeping track of like sort of, oh, I guess we're somewhere new, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would assume that they're taking me somewhere safe.
How much do you know about the Underdank?
I would imagine that I have been told that what it used to be, like
Yeah.
in the old days, as for lack of a better term, a seedy underbelly black market type situation,
Right, right.
or at least that's what I've heard. And that kind of went by the wayside at some point. And I think that's as far as it goes. All I know is that it's a real scary place that I wouldn't have wanted to go unless I was with a group of people who I trusted a whole lot to keep me safe there.
Okay.
Aww.
So Ken,
If
but the thing is, Ken, Walter, and Dorvis, you all know what this means. Going back into here, you know exactly the sort of risk you're taking, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Well,
yeah.
we did say we wanted to get stronger, and fighting his mercenaries will make us stronger. So,
Well, I'd rather avoid fighting if possible, but like,
I mean,
it's
we can
unavoidable.
we can still fight them. We don't necessarily have to kill them. I mean, we can if we want to, but
I'd rather not kill them. It's like a personal thing. I don't know, but like,
I mean, it depends on who the adversary is, I guess.
okay, if
Guys.
it's Swift, yeah, I'll kill Swift. But like anyone else, I'd rather not.
is Swift
Guy-
going to be down there?
That's a good question, actually.
I sure
God, I
as
hope not.
You
Jinx,
never
you owe me
quite have told me what is Swift's relationship to the place we're going.
Well,
Scary?
well, the place we're going to, he doesn't relate to it at all. The place we have to pass through to get there, he relates to it a lot.
No, we didn't have to go through the.
Oh, we didn't have to go to the new.
This is where we
bank?
exit. No,
Yeah,
this is where we exit.
Oh, yeah, we're not gonna go through Swift anytime soon. No.
Okay, good. But
Swift is with the new dank. We're kind of going to the
old-
remnants of
The old dank, which is now the under dank.
right,
the
okay. So Swift, new dank, us dank as long as we don't die?
Yes.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't die.
Cool.
I mean, well,
Okay.
that's a lot of conditionals, but you know,
Yeah. I mean, we'll play it ear by ear.
play it ear by ear. Good
Yeah.
way to go. Ear by ear.
Yep. I'm gonna go ahead and just suck it up and start walking in there.
I'm gonna follow.
All right. So you guys walk in, and Ken, who's Ken? You're still leading at this point, right? Technically speaking.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. Give me a history
Probably.
check to see how well you remember the path.
All right. That I think is a 13. History, yep, 13.
I'm gonna say you remember it to a degree. You remember it enough. We'll say you're able to get you're able to get to the point where the story is going to take place, right? That for meta levels, that's easy enough. If you didn't roll like as well as you did, we were going to have a little bit of trials and tribulations. But we'll say that you lead them back to the bridge. Do you remember the bridge? The toll booth?
Oh, the bridge.
The bridge. The bridge. The bridge. Bridge.
Ken?
I I mean, this is really all I remember to this bridge.
Well,
Sorry. As far as I can take us is,
well, I mean, we were on Paxilisk, so this might be a bit of a harder journey than we.
yeah,
Yeah.
maybe good idea to take a rest now at this point. We've been traveling by foot quite a ways, so yeah, we might want to set up camp here. And yeah, the bridge may being a little bit of an open space, we might have a little bit better of a lookout, seeing if anyone or anything is approaching us.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So you guys sort of set up camp, and this is meta level. Once again, your characters don't know this. This is your last opportunity to sort of learn about each other before, we'll say, shit hits the fan at a meta level.
Uh-oh.
So at this campfire.
So, Gerald, what exactly is your position at the corporation?
I mean, I don't know if they gave me an official title as much as they hit me a lot and told me that they would kill me if I didn't do what they told me to do. Yeah, that's it.
And you signed a contract saying that you would get hit a lot and do things just because
I mean, that wasn't expressly worded in the contract, but
it was implied.
yeah,
Maybe.
there's a lot of terms and conditions.
Yeah, there really are.
Yeah,
And like,
Why would you guys
wait-
sign this?
I just waved through to the last of like the 76 pages and signed real fast because it was just an annoyance to read the whole thing, and it was written in a lot of
Ken,
jargon I didn't
Ken,
understand.
Ken, this is very important, Ken. Your passive wisdom is good enough. Your passive insight is good enough to know the Rosemary Corporation is very explicit as to what will happen in their contracts. I just had to check that on everyone's passive insights. Out of everyone's passive insights, you will know that every single one of their contracts is very, very explicitly worded.
It takes so much to like actually hire a lawyer. It's because usually the lawyers you got to hire are from the Rosemary Corporation, and it's kind of a broken system, really.
For one, you guys are idiots for signing that without.
Okay. Well, Ken. All right.
But on the other word, what exactly is it, Greg, that was written in your contract that you were required to do?
Well, I mean, if you were to look at my specific list of duties, there was my immediate supervisor was a guy named Steve, and Steve was in charge of rallying and cleaning in the janitorial side of things before he got promoted and went into marketing for some reason, because he'd been with the corporation for a long time in order to make things happen. And I don't get the nepotistic factor there, but apparently you put in enough time and you're going to be able to work your way up to the corporation. So Steve eventually got replaced by this guy whose name was Thrine. Now, Thrine was a good guy to me. And so when they switched up the contract, he was the one who was my immediate supervisor. But then they moved me from a janitorial position into a separate position in which I was in charge of organization and inventory and stock. It gets really complicated.
Oh, wow.
But what were some of the exact tasks in your contract?
Well, obviously, eventually, one of the things that I was in charge of was the inventory of people.
Yeah, and keeping an eye on them,
very
correct?
sketchy already.
Yeah.
And keeping an eye on them. You said that while you were watching us in our prison.
That's what my job was.
And what are you doing now?
Hoping to get away from them.
Maybe, I don't know, I'm just spitballing here. Maybe you're keeping an eye on us.
Wait, what?
I mean,
You specifically said your job was just to keep an eye on us while we were confined in the prison, but
Wait. Ken, you can't be serious. This is Gerald.
Why would I break you out of prison just to? I thought
Unless we were going to
they
leave.
were needing information from us putting us more in the open with a vulnerable seeming almost companion could get more information out of us. And also, if he's keeping an eye on us, again, where's Brooke? An immediate party member who was a part of the corporation,
Oh, where Brooke
along
is.
with
I
you
never
guys,
even met Brooke.
correct?
They're looking at probably having us lead them to someone they want to go. Maybe Swift. Maybe the people in the Underdank who can be helpful to us. Maybe they're looking for
Maybe they're on Swift's side. Maybe they want to take out the Drow.
yeah.
Maybe
Guys,
who knows where their plans are? What old Gerald's plans are with us, with anyone we're close to.
I mean, guys, are we falling into their hands right now?
Oh, you got to trust me. I don't. How can I? What can I do to prove it to you?
How can
I
we
just-
trust someone who is obliged and sworn to a contract?
Well,
To a
because
corporation with 79 pages on it saying God knows what, and saying that they will kill you if you do not follow their orders.
So
because
at this
Ken,
point in time, the bridge itself collapses. Like it makes a loud noise, and the bridge itself falls down. It hits the side of the canyon that like it was crossing.
wait, what side are we on?
You guys are on the
we
side
had to cross.
away from the
The dank.
We hadn't
dank,
crossed it yet.
you hadn't crossed it yet. No, you set up your camp on the edge of it.
Well, that's just great.
Oh.
What do we do
Even-
now?
I don't know, Greg. What do we do now? What does your contract say we do now?
Greg, who's Greg?
The first thing is my
Or not
contract says my
Greg,
name's
Gerald.
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 Nice. Oh shoot.
Ken, you're getting heated up. Like you need to calm down. All right, just because because look, Walter and I signed the contracts. We didn't want to be a part of it. They literally.
Well, no,
coercing
you
I
guys
was
burnt your
actually
contract.
I wasn't coerced. I just was kind of there and was bored. Like that's
Okay.
honestly how I got involved.
Well, look.
Yes, but I've spent
I was
more
coerced.
than a day with y'all.
I mean,
I-
yeah,
you've
but
been what, 12 hours with him?
yeah, but what I'm trying to say is like it's perfectly reasonable that Gerald would want to not work for them anymore. I mean,
Okay.
Gerald, how long have you been with this corporation?
Just 3-ish years, a little more.
oh well.
You think if he's been with the corporation that long, he's trying to get out of it?
Yeah. Why wouldn't I?
Well, I mean, yeah,
You guys know what they do.
yeah, Gerald's got a point. I mean, those contracts are pretty binding, and if you get coerced into signing them, I mean, you could get just stuck working there for like 3-ish years. I mean, like, or infinity, honestly.
Yeah, they
I
bring
mean,
you back to life and make you continue working. It's a
It just seems a bit fishy that someone who was inventory and janitorial and all that was able to get us out of the corporation just slightly, get us an escape plan.
You know that is a good point, Ken.
How again did we even? Hi. Yeah, hold on. We're the big muscle guy who always led us to the rooms. Why didn't he stop?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
And what
why
about
didn't he stop?
Grim?
Because he
Where's-
wasn't there
where's
when I went
this-
through the walls.
Where's this Grim that questioned all of us? He
Yeah,
seemed
where's-
to have a
Yeah. What about that
liking
guy?
to us.
I'm going to
You
assume
know who Grim
that he's
is?
probably. Yes, I know who Grim is. I can't look him in the eye.
Oh, me neither. Sorry, I'm relating.
How many big buildings have you guys been in before, huh? Full constant staff and everyone there. The people who know their way best around those buildings are the janitors and the people who do inventory. You know every back road. You have to clean every room. You know where everything is hidden. That's the only reason I knew any way to be able to get around those places. And you're the first people I've brought in who kept healthy and alive enough to be able to give me a chance to escape.
Well,
Because you've got something good.
What's that?
No information that they needed from what I could tell.
I wonder what else he needed after I told him that Swift exists. I don't know what else.
I don't either.
Like I would have told them a lot of stuff they just asked. Like really.
Well, guys,
They don't tell me these things.
well, guys, are we gonna cross this bridge or this canyon or not? Are we gonna go back? I mean, like, if we
how
aren't
long
trusting
is
Gerald, then
How long's the
Look,
canyon gap?
they,
guess
what-
if it helps you, I mean, I'll go.
no, I don't think Gerald should go, guys. I mean, look, I trust Gerald. All right, I'll say it. I trust Gerald. All right. I mean,
Well,
'cause- I mean, and if you guys don't want to trust him, that's fine. I mean, I get it. I'd be out of a vote, but like, I trust Gerald because like, I was in that situation, and I got out of it by the skin of my teeth. But I mean, I could understand. I could have gotten stuck in that situation for God knows how long, but I met you guys, and that was great. And now Gerald gets to meet us, and he could potentially, get out of the corporation, and we can make our getaway. Like, come on, guys! Like, don't you at least, I don't know, just want to trust him at least a little bit, considering that we just how bad these guys are, and I say we give him a shot. That's all I say. I mean,
we've been giving him a shot this whole time.
yeah.
If you ask me.
And he hasn't done anything wrong, in my opinion. I mean, what? Okay, guys, if you could tell me one thing he's done wrong, like absolutely wrong. I mean, like that he hasn't proven already. Then fine. All right, fine. But I mean, I think he's been a stand-up person this entire time. Yeah, Gerald. I mean,
look, I know I don't stand up very tall. At least I'm standing.
Hey, Ken, give me a wisdom check real quick, just real quick before you do anything else.
Okay. All right. I was gonna bring. Oh, that's bad.
Yeah.
How
So-
bad?
Man, he failed so hard.
That he
so
cut
bad
out.
he cut out.
Oh no, that's a one
The
in
internet left.
streaming. Give me a streaming roll real fast.
Yeah,
Oh
real
shit,
quick.
that's a
Oh
one.
no, it's a fail. So
I have.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
He's back.
Okay, we're back.
What? Okay. So.
You cut out.
Gone for a bit.
Oh, sorry. Okay. So. You say we can trust you. You say. Yes. Is that what you're saying? That we should trust you?
Do I feel like I'm being interrogated right now?
It's just a simple question. You're saying that we can trust you, correct?
before you go on, Ken, I need to know the result of that roll.
What?
I
Your
need to make
roll.
a wisdom check.
Yeah, I rolled a 5.
Okay. You are on the precipice of saying what you're about to say, and then Gerald shoots you a look. And the look is the most icy. The look reminds you of the look that your old, like, mentor would shoot you whenever you needed to shut up. And I mean, it shoots right into the heart of you. You cannot bring yourself to say what you're about to say.
You want to prove yourself, then. Brew me a beer.
Yeah.
I mean, all right, I guess. All right,
Yeah,
let's keep.
Brew me your GPA or whatever it's called.
Grendel Pale Ale. They're kind of bitter, but like you get used
My-
to it.
Pale ale.
4.1.
Oh no.
Sure.
I've
mean,
had the
it's-
3-1. It's not.
3-1. It's. I mean, that'll get you by, at sporting events and stuff. But in the world, getting up near the 4.0 or the 4.1
I'll
is
take
even better.
Uh-huh.
Strongest one you can give me.
Great. Okay. Cool. That may take a minute, but I've got the supplies. They're in my bag.
Oh.
Go right ahead.
I'll just.
Oh.
Yeah. So Grim
Okay.
is going to grab
Thanks.
his bag, and he's going to disappear around a stalagmite that's just sort of resting on the ground in this cave for just a second. And then you all hear the voice that says, "I told you, if you returned here, you would be dead.
Oh no.
Well,
Young kin, why do you not heed my..."
Because I'm waiting for a good brew.
Ken.
I'm sorry, but my word is law.
hey, your daughter's trapped somewhere. We came here to warn you so you could get her out, and we want to help with that.
Explain yourself, Walter Tank.
The Merryweather Corporation captured us.
The what?
Merryweather. Sorry, my mind is so. I'm crossing. Merryweather is a firm in Watch Dogs, and that's what I'm getting confused.
no.
Shoot.
Okay.
Yeah. What was
Rosemary.
Rosemary. The Rosemary Corporation captured all of us. My pals here, they still have Brooke. They have your daughter and some of her pals. They killed little Paul. All right.
Little Paul, he was one of our best warriors.
He's dead now, and they killed him.
No.
While he was making a
I
pun
loved
too.
Paul.
Wait, stop. Stop what you're saying. The Rosemary Corporation. They cannot know where we are. Please tell me you did not bring them to our doorstep.
Well, there's someone who's this far, but no further.
No, we just have Gerald here. He worked for them, but
Gerald.
he's just making this a good brew now. So
Where-
Yeah,
I'm excited to try this GPA.
Where
so much about.
is Gerald?
Gerald used to work for them.
Behind that stone over
he's
there.
behind the stalagmite, but like he's not with them or anything. Like I guess
So,
he was.
Gerald,
technically.
Gerald, why don't you describe to me what happens as you come out of the stalagmite you were hiding behind?
You see the Gerald pop out from behind the stalagmite, and he right hand, and you see a series of sparks start to emanate from his palm, and then out through the cave to the entrance. And you hear a voice that says, "By the way, you still owe us 2 basilisks too."
Oh shit.
Disappears.
And then a voice enters the cave. And the voice just cackles. Oh, you fools. I have been waiting so long, longer than any of you could ever realize, to exact my revenge on you idiots.
Oh no.
And then out of
Do
the
we
middle,
recognize the voice?
you absolutely do not recognize the voice. Out of the middle of the camp, a dark orb sort of shoots up and expands to the size that's about 5 feet in radius or so.
And I'm not charmed right now anymore, am I?
You're no longer
Okay.
you're no longer feared.
That's what I thought.
You
Okay.
were afraid.
Okay.
And the sort of dark orb, small tendrils start to appear out the sides of the orb.
Oh no.
And then the inky blackness fades away to reveal a purple beholder sitting in the center of the room. And this beholder says, "Who am I?
Yes, who are you?
I am simply the one who controls all of you. My contracts extend far and wide. My contracts include everyone. Dorvis, Walter, even you, Kintorla, Grim, or as you knew him, Gerald, Brooke.
What?
Every one of you belong to me. My rule is law, and that, as far as you all should be concerned, is the final rule." And that's where we're going to end it for today.
This made me.
Just a shitty pun.
All for a title joke.
It's
Call
nice
for a
when-
title joke. Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
End of podcast. It's over.
Guys,
We're done. We've
we
done
can't
it.
Do
The title
anything.
in.
Like,
Patreon's closed. That's all.
All
more
right.
Discord. No more.
So
I did enjoy that fear for Contorla was I deal with fear with alcohol. In a drink.
that seems about right. Yeah, I think
good.
so.
Drink.
Yep.
So, if you hadn't done that, by the way, Lance, Ken would have brought up contracts and the fact that every Rosemary Corporation member has a copy of their contract at all times, and the fact that you knew that. But you managed to fear him literally just in time.
Yeah, I was literally about to ask. Prove your loyalty by taking us to the contract so we can dispose of ours, and then Ken was gonna see if he can find yours.
Yikes.
But yeah, so
It's been a fun journey.
So that's gonna be it for today. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and reintroduce ourselves, talk a bit more about the Discord and the Patreon, and then we are going to sign off. We are going to spend, just so you know, one of the tiers of the Patreon gets access to exclusive behind the scenes content. Lance, I'm not gonna make you stay, but if you have another 30 minutes or so to spare,
I'll hang around for a few.
okay, we're gonna record a post show. So if you'd like to have access to the post show podcast, then that's going to be a tier on our Patreon that you're more than welcome to support us or not. Just know that always our Patreon, all proceeds from the Patreon go to making the podcast better first. So what we're doing today is a first step in making our podcast sort of better quality, better content for you to consume. And all the proceeds from our Patreon go to that. Our Patreon, you can find it at patreon.com/finalrule. If you look that up, you should be able to find us. If you would like to support us, please do. If not, we understand. Money's tight these days. But if you would like to support us, it's patreon.com/finalrule. You'll find that in our descriptions for our videos and podcasts as they go up forward. But thank you so much for everyone who listened. Thank you for everyone who will listen to the podcast whenever it releases. As always, my name is Glenn Underwood. I am your DM. Chase, why don't you sign us off?
Hello, I'm Chase Bernard, otherwise known as Cut to the Chase on Twitch and Cut to the Chase 9 on Twitter, and I played Dorvis.
Thank you. Hey, Justin.
Hi, my name's Justin. You can find me at D-Dice Gaming on Twitter or on Twitch at Drinks and Dice Gaming, and I played Ken Torla.
Thank you very much, Justin. Vince.
Hey, I'm Vincent Bianca. You can find me on the Instagram as I'm a theater major. Today, I was the voice of Walter Tang, the gullible, very lovable former racist.
Thank you very much, Vince. Lance. And as always, usually Brendan plays Brooke Pendleton II. He was not able to join us today, but he'll be with us in future iterations. Lance, why don't you tell us who you played and also where we can find you in any of your work?
Yeah, my name is Lance Rasmussen. Today I played mostly Grim the Dwarven Warlock, who masqueraded as Gerald the Gnome.
Dang.
And yeah, you can find me at LC Rasmus on Twitter and Instagram, and on audible.com as narrator Lance Rasmussen.
All right. Thank you so much once again. If you guys have any suggestions, leave them in the suggestion box at the bottom of my Twitch page. We're always looking for suggestions, or you can tweet them at me at May_tagofficial. Let us know what you guys thought. If there's anything we can improve, let us know. But otherwise, everyone have a great night. Thank you so much for listening. Hey, let's say bye.
Everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.